Welcome back to Wilson's Heart. No, yeah, he did not see that coming. But one thing we can see coming... cheese.
Must be some kind of art therapy.
You're suggesting maybe Patience painted these? Possible. It's quite good if that's the case. There's a big dead fish. Let's appreciate the art.
Wouldn't want to ever hang this thing in my house.
Sister Victoria Elizabeth. Welcome, weary souls, now be nourished. A very severe-looking nurse. Well, there's only one place we can go, and that is into the cafeteria.
We got Wilson back.
Wilson, you are safe.
Oh, thank God. Do you still have the device? Was it damaged at all? Is it still functioning?
Yes, Elsa, I'm fine. Thanks for giving a shit.
That was insensitive. You can understand why I would... I'm sorry. I'm glad you're safe.
I get it. It's fine. I know this thing is important. So, what are you doing? I mean, what's with all this sitting around business, huh?
I wanted to give the little one a chance to rest. She is a bit pale.
I'm just a bit famished. I'll be okay.
It seems like we are trapped again, I'm afraid.
Well, don't be offended if I don't take your word for it. I'm going to look around.
Feel free. Perhaps you'll find something we missed.
All right, well, we've met the survivors again. Oh.
I found another page from Harcourt's book.
All right. There it is. Let's hand it on over.
This is great news. Thank you.
All right, so she's studying that book to eventually figure out how to reverse whatever's happened. All right, so Bella and Lucy are sitting over there. We don't have the option of walking over there. We could go to that table. A little bit of a trouble with the vending machine, it seems. And maybe a little trouble with the radio. Let's see what's going on with the radio. What's going on with that radio?
Give up on the book, Elsa?
No, not at all. The pages you found were helpful, but we still need the rest before I can do much with it. I was hoping to find out if anyone is reporting about what's happening here. Daring to hope for a rescue, I'm afraid.
Antenna is broken. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can find something to fix it.
That would be a big help.
All right, yeah, one of the antennas gone. So let's look around, see if there's anything. It's like little carts over there. Maybe we should go over see what the problem is over here with this vending machine. It seems like it's quite a stubborn machine.
What are you up to?
Stupid thing ate my nickel.
Doesn't seem like the best time for a snack, does it?
Man's gotta eat, right?
We need to find a way out of here. Find those pages and get my heart back.
I don't even care how the hell that thing works. You're still walking and talking, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you think it does other stuff?
Like what?
You know, like maybe it can help other people. Cure them or something.
What, you got a hangnail or something?
Just help me move this thing.
All right. Oh, all right. He's trying to wiggle something loose. Let's help him out.
All right. We got it.
Swanson milk chocolate candy.
Out of here.
All right, he's eating that. I don't know. Wilson seems to be quite grumpy about eating, but you know, who knows when the next time is we're actually going to be able to have the chance to eat something. I do think that that's not a bad idea. The other options we have in here are Cracker John popcorn confection, a nutty treat that's salt and sweet, and Naveen's Nuggets cheese-flavored puffs. Not too much left in this vending machine, but at least there's some options. We could go over here, but there's nothing over here, at least for the time being. What does the menu say? Lunch specials, egg salad sandwich, 35 cents. Soup of the month, 20 of the month. I mean, it takes a month before they make a new soup. All right. 25 cents. Hamburger, 40 cents. Hot dog, 35 cents. For the snacks, got cookies 2, 10 cents. Fries, 15. Pie slice, 20 cents. Fruit cup, 10. Drinks. Coffee, tea, pop, milk. I can't see the prices because it's getting a bit too blurry, and I can't just walk over there because, yeah, the game does that. Doesn't want you walking around. Well, it's unlocked. Let's see what we can see.
Might be useful.
Tin foil. The magic material when you're over-the-air antenna just wasn't good enough for some reason. Pack it with tin foil. Well, look at this. It's an entire chicken. I mean, Lucy did say she was hungry. I mean, this is enough here for everyone, really. Unfortunately, this looks a bit too overdone. But we did get the skewer. Shame about that. And with that...
Maybe this'll help.
How so?
Alright, we got what we need. One skewer, one tin foil. Combine the two, like magic. Now let's, move it around. See if we can tune it.
That should do it.
This program for an
Perfect.
urgent message.
Thank you.
Rainfall has steadily increased throughout the night, bringing danger of flash floods. City officials are asking everyone to stay indoors until the storm passes. Let's keep the streets clear, folks, as the police and
No
firemen are
mention of the
stretched
hospital.
thin. And now, back
Yes.
to your regularly
It
scheduled
looks like our
broadcast.
searching for the book pages won't be interrupted by any kind of rescue party. Unfortunately. I'll see if I
Well-
can find anything else.
I guess technically that's a look on the bright side, because if a rescue party did come here before we completed assembling the pages, then maybe we would never do that, and maybe Wilson would never be able to get his heart back. I guess that's one way of looking at it. We still cannot walk over to Bella and Lucy, but we can walk over to that hallway. That chocolate bar, that's lasting a while. He's taking small bites. He's savoring. I see you eating that. You see, it's a little trick that if you make the act of eating last longer, then you can get the feeling of satiation from less food. And he knows that, so he's taking his time with it.
Locked.
Can't go out through there. Painting of a roast pig. Very appetizing. And we can eavesdrop on the ladies' room for some reason. The sound of someone in there. Hello?
Hello? Who's in there?
Please don't kill me.
Come out of there. There are other survivors here. We can help you.
I'm going to die in here. Oh, God, I'm going to die next to a toilet. No, it's all over. Please just go away.
I'll bring back help. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's, I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, he's standing on the toilet to make sure no one can see his feet, but I mean, we can hear him. He wasn't hiding from anyone that way. Also, isn't it the rudest thing if when you're in a stall and someone starts doing this? Like, there's an empty stall, but they really like the one that you're in. And, they're just hoping that maybe it's actually empty. It's very rude, extremely. Alright, now we can walk over to Bella and Lucy.
Hey, somebody locked himself in the John. He's scared to death. I think he may be a colleague of yours.
My God. Wait here, my dear.
Well, whoever's in there doesn't know us. But it appears to be someone who works at the hospital, so maybe they know Bella. She's not looking too good. She did say she was famished. Pity that chicken went bad. Let's see what's happening in the
Best
bathroom.
if I do this alone, Wilson. Such a compromising position. You understand?
All right, whatever you think is best.
It is a sensitive matter. He's, I can hear them talking through the door, but I can't really make out what they're saying. Yeah, door's locked.
Strange.
Well, we'll leave Bella to attempt to coax that man out of there. He's definitely not safe in there.
How you holding up, kid?
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll get out of here soon, okay?
You think so?
Yeah. Get you back to your parents. Where are they?
I came here with my father, but he died.
I'm sorry, Lucy.
Dr. Alexander will not be joining us, I'm afraid. Despite all of my coaxing, he thinks he is safer locked in that store. How are you doing, young Lucy?
Hungry.
Yeah? I can fix that. Hang on a second, kid. How about you, Doc? Want something?
Thank you, no. I find that a liquid diet is best for the body's humors. Although I confess it is not for everyone.
Whatever you say.
All right. I was on a liquid diet once when I was in a hospital. The first night was really rough acclimating to it, but afterwards it was fine. It was actually really weird that I thought, oh, how is it that I'm not hungry? It's only been liquid. You get used to it. I mean, you can get used to anything, really. But as far as her hunger goes, well, there still are snacks in that vending machine.
You have any of that candy bar left?
Nope.
Well, cough up another nickel. The kid's hungry.
Use your own money.
Does it look like I have any pockets in this getup?
I had to look around just to find that one. Maybe there's more change around here if you look.
Well, don't jump to help so quick. You bastard.
We are really not getting off on the right foot, We've taken a couple of steps after the first foot, and none of them have been the correct ones. All right, so he doesn't have any more money. And yeah, Wilson pointing out that, yeah, we are still dressed in this hospital gown. We never found any clothes to put on. It's just been this the whole time, which is, feels a little vulnerable, maybe. This is where we came in.
Damn it.
But no, can't go out.
Good news. Perfect.
Now, if you're old enough to remember payphones, how often did that ever actually work for you? Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe once it worked for me. But you try every time.
Find anything?
Yeah.
Good. 'Cause I'm thirsty.
Funny.
You need to lighten up, old man.
Huh.
I feel like Wilson's specialty is not lightening up. He doesn't seem like he does that much. All right, well, no chocolate candies or candy bars, but we do have Cracker John or Naveen's Nuggets. Which do you think would be best for a growing child? What would be more filling? I feel like the Cracker John might be more filling. So, let's get that. Put that in there.
Come on.
Of course.
Take it to the kid, will you? I need to keep looking for a way out of here.
You mean by those windows?
Yeah, to Lucy.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
What?
I'm just not good with kids. All right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really completely useless?
Man, don't lay a guilt trip on me. I have my reasons.
God damn it. You are on thin ice, punk.
All right, into the inventory dimension it goes. He's at...
Lucy.
Well, what's going on?
That man.
What were you doing in there?
He's dead.
Lucy, I must go see.
Don't leave me.
Wilson, it would be easier if... Could you please go investigate?
All right, Lucy went to the bathroom. But what happened in here?
Ah, hell.
Well, the door's open. And he was alive and talking just a couple minutes ago. That looks pretty dead.
What are those?
What are those indeed? Whoops. Can we... I don't know if we can actually examine that anymore. No, doesn't seem so. But yeah, marks on the neck. Blood running out. And the look on his face looks, pretty horrible. Yeah, can't get too close. The look on his face makes it seem like he, did not enjoy what he was seeing at the end.
Is she correct?
What is it, Wilson?
The girl's right. He's dead. Bela, you saw him last. Did he have any bite marks on him?
Bite marks?
I do not know. He would not come out of the locked stall. I never actually saw him.
Well, it's not locked anymore. Something broke in and got him.
Well, what the hell are you saying? Something's here with us?
Just calm down and let's figure this out.
Yeah, we should, we should definitely stay away from those windows. Something can break through.
I agree.
All right, what a strange situation. But let's not forget what's important. We did get the Cracker John.
Here, honey. I almost forgot.
I'm not hungry anymore.
I don't blame you. Maybe later.
Well,
All right, just look for something to fight with.
Stay close.
What do we do?
Dr. Tetsi.
all right. I got my weapon. It's right here. I didn't hit him. It missed.
Bela! Thank God. I thought I was the only one.
My God. What happened to you?
I don't know. There was this thing.
What? What was it?
It was... I don't know.
Elsa, give him a moment. Sit down, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Velasco. Oh, it's so good to see a kind face. So many kind faces. I felt so alone.
Doctor, you mentioned that you saw something.
Yes. It was... honestly don't know. It was so dark in the hallway. Almost seemed like the darkness was alive.
What? What's he talking about?
I've seen what he's talking about. Go on, Doctor.
The lights went out and it seemed to suddenly be everywhere. I hid under a desk, but it found me. It enveloped me. I could feel it pulling. I don't know how I escaped.
Please calm yourself, Dr. Tetsi. You are safe now.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I think something bit me, though.
This looks odd. Some type of bite. I'm not sure what.
Yes. Yes. I thought so.
What do you think bit you, man?
I don't know. As I said, just darkness all around me. Everywhere. Oh, what's your name, honey?
Lucy.
Hello, Lucy. I'm... My pulse. It feels like it's racing. I don't know where the finish line is, I'm afraid.
Now, Tetsi. Just relax. Deep breaths. Wilson, please check his pulse.
Me? I haven't ever...
I have my hands full here. Please, assist me.
All right, let's check the doctor's pulse. I can feel the pulse in my controller.
He's right, Doc. It's like a freight train in there. I think he might need a... Jesus!
Oh, shit!
Oh, my.
Well, that escalated quickly. Right, one punch. Takes Wilson out with one punch. But fortunately, we have some tools next to us, like this food tray. Broke.
Stop
You stuff?
moving around.
We have one more thing next to us. A metal serving tray. So the friends left us. They just ran out of the room. I guess we didn't get there in time. Hold on, he's dazed.
Well, look who's a fly, Bobby.
Who are you calling Bobby, asshole?
So that line doesn't seem to make much sense, except when you know that the VA for the flyman here, Dr. Cece, the actor, you know, I've seen him, I recognize his face, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. I tend to forget what his name is. I think it's something like Kurtwood Smith. You may know him as Boddicker from RoboCop, as well as in many other roles. But that's what that line was a reference to. He's an actor that I completely recognize his face anytime I see him, but kind of struggle to remember his name. I just think of him as Boddicker. I mean, you know, in terms of, hold on, he's dazed again. In terms of physicality, you know, the Flyman thing is kind of an upgrade. If he wasn't murderous. Oops, can't punch him in the gut, I guess. Whoop. I think when I grabbed this, I think I whacked Rob, the robotic operating buddy, on my desk. He'll be alright. He's tough. You survived a lot. I mean, if he wasn't trying to kill us, you know, and if he didn't mind having the head of a fly, like, you know, it's kind of neat. He can fly around. He seems pretty strong and resilient. Again, it kind of seems like an upgrade. I don't know. Now, he says that he was bit. And that man in the bathroom was also bit, but that man in the bathroom did not turn into a fly. So maybe we're thinking that they were bit by maybe different things. He's by the vending machine. Alright, time to finish him off. And a kiss goodnight. Mwah.
Eat this.
Well, that does it for the good doctor. Shame. It's a shame what happened. But, yeah, we were left alone in here. Where did our friends go? I guess they ran out. We didn't make it before the fly started attacking us. Well, we can leave now. Well, they're not out here. Oh, a couple of things. One, half a page, which means that we almost have a new power when we find the other half of that. And two, a comic book. Where is my chair to steady my hand? It's amazing how much my hand shakes. The hands just shake so much in this game. I don't know why. I have not seen that with other games. But, okay, actually, let's look at the cover of that. There we go. Well, it's called The Mystery Man. That looks a lot like Bella. He's menacingly going to inject a woman there. Let's see what this is about. Well, first of all, U.S. Army War Surplus Camping Pack. Only $5.45. Be a fool not to buy that. All right. The Mystery Man. The story of Bella Blasco. Well, that is the name of our doctor friend. Bella Blasco was born and raised just on a small farm outside the Austrian town of Hallstatt. At the age of 2, he lost his mother to pneumonia, leaving he and his father Lucas alone to run the farm. Under his father's patient guidance, he learned to tend the animals and raise crops. You can see them on the farm. There's a mountain in the background. He learned about life and death and how to respect them both. Raised as a farmer. When Bella came of age, and despite his father's wishes against it, he joined the Austrian-Hungarian army, determined to become a medic. He wanted to save the lives of as many of his countrymen as he could, excited to see the world beyond the farm. In the beginning, he enjoyed being around other men his age, having spent most of his life knowing only his father. Look at all these mustachioed men. All of them except Bella with mustaches. But with every engagement, he saw the lack of humanity, the sheer brutality of the men on both sides of the fight. The men of his company would revel around the bodies of their fallen enemies, laughing and cheering about the carnage. Bella could not join in their revelry. He could barely stomach it in the beginning, for he saw no difference between the flying limbs of his allies or his enemies. The horrors Bella had to endure on the battlefield, the tragedies he witnessed befall the human body, could have driven him mad. Many of his comrades succumbed to them. Instead of drowning in the madness, he used the lessons his father taught him. He focused on what he could change. He couldn't stop the killing, but he could prevent some from dying. The men of his company took notice of his disgust at their actions. They called him names and treated him with contempt. But none would harm him. His now renowned surgical skills kept him safe from their true anger, but he was alone again. By the end of the Great War in 1918, Bella had hardly spoken to anyone for months. Despite the isolation, his resolve never wavered. He patched up every broken body that was brought to him, now numb to the endless list of horrors men will unleash on each other. Just 8 days before he was to return to his childhood home, he received a telegraph. His father had passed away. His father's farm was in shambles when he returned. The animals gone and the crops dead. There was nothing left. His experiences with his countrymen during the war left him uninterested in remaining in his homeland. He sold the few remaining possessions he had and booked passage to the United States of America, intent on continuing his medical career. I guess I'm getting a little too close. It didn't take long for Bella to pass medical college. His real-world experience gave him an advantage over the other men. Once again, he felt himself pushed to the outside. His peers, jealous of his skill, and the fact that he was an immigrant, looked down on him. But it made no difference to Bella. He worked tirelessly despite the prejudices against him. He was eventually hired as a physician at St. John of the Cross, where he worked his way up to surgeon, saving countless lives along the way. There he is. And lads, check this out. Genuine USM toy gas masks. War surplus means big savings for you. 90 cents only. I like toys in quotes. A sensational toy value. Plastic shatterproof goggles, real elastomer head covering. Elastomer face means no leaks, all air intakes and exhaust valves. Tons of fun and useful too. Never lose again. Lose what? What? That kid is gassing his friends? What is he not losing at? Fun plus safety equals value. Wow. Such deals in these comic books. Well, despite how ominous Bella looks on that cover, he seemed like he has a real noble life, if this is true. And it's odd that there would be a comic book about him specifically. Right next to the Gooder Homes and Gardens. Surviving winter when no one loves you. A practical guide to surviving alone. Oh, that's going to be useful for me. I can't open these drawers. All right. Learning a little bit about Bella's backstory. Well, a lot about Bella's backstory, actually. Quite a bit. Speaking of Bella, where did he and the others go? This is a doctor's office. Dr. Bullock. Well, that's not Bella's name. But look how fancy this place is. Here's Kurt.
Well, what do you know? Mr. Candy Bar.
Just my luck. Everybody's gone except you.
Why the hell did you bail on me out there? Where'd everybody go?
I don't remember. I mean, everyone was here, and then it was like I got knocked out or something.
Well, it's up to us then. Let's start looking for them and see if we can find a way out of here.
Look, I think we're better off if we go our separate ways from now on.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't need to explain myself to you, man. I got my own problems.
Have you lost your damn mind? Did you go and get your ass whooped by one of these monsters when I wasn't looking and now you don't want to admit it?
What? You scared, old man? Need me to hold your hand through this shit? Look, man, I got my own problems, all right? I need to be on my own.
If you have an issue, then spill it. We don't have time to stand around and yap all day.
You're gonna think I'm crazy.
All right. Is Kurt gonna open up to us? I believe he will just stand there silent until we make the first move. Hey.
Look, kid, I've seen a lot of crazy shit today, so whatever you have to say, I can handle it.
Look, I have the mark. The mark of the beast.
A what?
The mark of the beast. A werewolf.
Never heard of it.
Well, neither did I, but it's true. All of it.
Yep, it's official. You're nuts.
I knew it. Knew you would think I'm crazy.
I think as far as made-up stories go, you could do a lot better than Werewolf.
Hey, look, man, they locked me up, okay? Do you know what that's like? When somebody thinks you're crazy and you're not? All right, so as soon as those doors opened up, I left out of here.
So you didn't really find that piece of the journal, did you? It was already in the pocket of the clothes you... what, stole?
I grabbed some clothes off of a body. Poor bastard had already been killed by something. And then I ran into Elsa and the others. For a while there, I thought sticking it out with other people might be my best shot out of here.
So basically you just lied to everybody this whole time, is that right?
No. I mean, yes. But it doesn't change the truth about what I am.
The truth? Meaning you're a guy that turns into a wolf and howls at the moon and shit like that. Give me a break.
Whatever, man. Believe what you want, Wilson.
I believe it's in your head. You probably have a serious mental condition, which probably explains why I don't like you very much.
Wait. You're telling me, with all the crazy shit that you've seen, that the thought of someone being a werewolf is beyond you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Werewolves are bullshit.
Yeah, whatever, man. You're nuts.
Could be. But 30 years in the military teaches you a thing or two about sniffing out punk-ass liars like you, kid. I knew something was off since the moment I laid eyes on you.
If you knew I was lying, why didn't you say anything?
There wasn't a point. More important things to do, like finding my heart and getting the hell out of here. And maybe you haven't noticed, but I don't really care.
I've been trying to find any way I can to get rid of this thing that's inside me. I did some research and found out there was a doctor here that might know something, and maybe he could help me. When I tracked him to this hospital, they locked me up for no reason.
Dr. Harcourt and his journal.
I don't know his name, but yeah, must be. Sounds like he was the guy that could have helped. But now all that's been flushed to hell.
So you were just hanging around the others to see if they could help you find Harcourt. And when I told you he was dead, that journal was the next best thing, so you could maybe solve your problem. Am I getting warmer?
You're judging me? What about you? You don't give a shit about me or any of the others. You're just looking out for yourself. So don't get all fucking high and mighty with me.
We don't have time for this. You're a wolf. Great. Let's stick together so we have a better shot at getting out of here.
Believe what you want, man. Doesn't matter to me. I'm out of here.
You're going to get yourself killed. Don't be an idiot. Kurt!
Damn it.
All right, well, Kurt opened up to us. We can try to follow him.
Come on.
But it's not surprising that the door's locked. All right, so Kurt's been acting kind of weird, and now we see why. He's a werewolf. Or Wilson doesn't seem to really believe that. But we did get that audio recording earlier when we were looking at the padded room of some doctors looking at someone in observation. And that presumably would be Kurt. So he broke out of here when everything started going down. And who knows whose clothes those are? Someone's. It's not Kurt's. I guess he loses his clothes when he turns into a werewolf, as that would probably happen.
Well, look at that.
All right, well, there's Kurt. His shirt is torn. This is probably post-werewolf, which means he shouldn't have pants, but I guess the painter is maybe a bit of a prude. Presumably, he wouldn't have that. Anyway, there's also a key. Well, why is Kurt in the painting? He's the only person in this painting of a graveyard. There's a key, but I can't walk towards it to get it. So what do we do? How do we get a key out of a painting? Well, here's the other half of that page.
One step closer to getting out of here.
Ah!
All right, and a new power, and let's read about what it does.
That's a neat way to do it.
It's the Gatherer. Let's see. Aim the device at metal objects. Press either grip or trigger buttons to move them. All right, so we can magnetize metal objects. And that key over there does seem metal.
See what you can do.
All right, new power and a new key. It is kind of odd that Wilson wouldn't believe the werewolf thing, considering we just fought a werefly. I mean, I don't know if Dr. TC would have been able to turn back into a person. Or if he was just like that permanently. But that was a man that turned into an animal. An animal man. We just saw it. Up close. There's a locked door in front of us. We could go to the left or to the right. But my ball is beating. All right, that's some pretty powerful magnetism. This seems like a beefy lock. This one says Dr. Shea. It's locked and has a circular indentation in the door. This one says, Dr. Hines. So this is a real fancy. This one's locked too. This is a real fancy part of the hotel. It looks like a hotel right now. Dr. Henry. We can't look at that door though. This is a real fancy part of the hospital. This is where all the doctors have their personal offices. So it's all la-di-da up in here compared to some of the places we've seen. By the coffee machine. Oh, we have the unlikely werewolf. Well, isn't that... Oh. Take charge of your future, become an artist. Draw this banana today. Send it to us for a free Art Talent Pro evaluation. Actual professional artists will look at your work and shred it to pieces. We guarantee to thicken your skin in just a few weeks with our patented critique system. Trained artists can earn $45 to $60 or more per week. Contact us today to get started in your career as the next legendary artist. Ladies will swoon, men will cheer. It's true. Just ask any professional artist. Anytime they put pencil to paper, the ladies start swooning, the men start cheering. It's incredible. You know, it used to be that you had to mail away to get people to insult your art. Today, I mean, you can just do that from the comfort of home, thanks to the wonders of the internet. Let's see. The Unlikely Werewolf, The Tale of Kurt Mosby. Yep, this is about Kurt. Let's learn about him. Kurt Mosby grew up in a rural community outside of Birmingham, Alabama. He lived with his mother, father, grandmother, and 2 younger sisters. One Saturday night, Kurt was with his buddies, Billy and Stan. These were friends of which his parents didn't approve. But at 15, what kid listens when his parents warn that they're running with the wrong crowd? We can see the 3 of them approaching what appears to be a large tent. That weekend, the circus was in town, and the boys decided to sneak in. Scrambling under the canvas got them front row seats under the big top. Soon bored by dancing elephants and clown shenanigans, the boys headed for the sideshow. Oh, these elephants. Where are they going? The light of the full moon made it simple to sneak between the cluster of tents and spy the freaks for free. The boys snuck into one tent to find it occupied by the Seal Boy. They found the 6-year-old child sleeping on a mound of straw in the center of the tent. The Seal Boy's hands were attached at his shoulders, and deformed flat feet jutted from stumps where legs should have been. Billy and Stan found a creative way to wake up the boy. They each produced a strand of firecrackers and set them off around the deformed child. Kurt wasn't proud of it, but he couldn't help but laugh as the little kid flopped around, terrified. Oh no, Kurt really is hanging with the wrong crowd. Also, is he supposed to be 15 in that? That is an old-looking 15, I'll tell you that. And speaking of old-looking. Yep, he's grabbed by the clowns. Sounds of alarm sent the boys running out of the tent. Stan and Billy escaped the carny folks' grasping hands. But Kurt wasn't so lucky. He was terrified as 2 large men grabbed him and held him down. A creepy old woman shuffled over to him. She muttered a few words in an indecipherable language and touched his face. Kurt broke free and escaped into the darkness. Whoa. He's very tall in that form. Kurt reached his friends in the middle of a cornfield. It was brightly lit by the full moon. Before he could tell them what happened, Kurt's body jolted with pain. He felt bones breaking, skin stretching, and what felt like a million needles erupting from every inch of his body. He reached out for help, but his friends ran away. Kurt completed his transformation into a werewolf. He didn't remember much of what happened next. Screams, snarls, ripping, tearing, blood. He awoke the next day amid the body parts of his former friends. Goodness. Kurt staggered back to the sideshow to find out what had been done to him. No resistance met him, and he was led to the old woman's trailer. His heart sank when he found her cradling the charred remains of the Seal Boy. The firecrackers had started a fire and burned him alive. Oh no, they killed the Seal Boy. They didn't even realize that they had committed such crime. Kurt learned that the woman was Amelia, the matriarch of the Romani who ran the circus sideshow. She told Kurt that his friends got what they deserved for the life of her son, but for Kurt's participation, another form of punishment was deserved. Kurt was now a werewolf, and would live with his curse for 10 years. If he was willing to stay with the circus for that long, she would release him from the curse. Of course, he was free to go home right then, but if he valued the lives of his family and didn't want them torn apart by his own claws, then his best bet would be to stay. And of course, we did see, we did experience a game with a very similar story in The Quarry, though I guess this shares the sort. I'm not sure what the original source material for this particular story is, but I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it before. For 9 long years, Kurt lived with the Romani and their circus. He hammered tent poles, picked up litter, and shoveled elephant dung. However, once a month he was the star of the sideshow. Before the full moon rose, Kurt was locked in an iron cage. An overhead tent flap was opened, and the light of the full moon would trigger his transformation in front of an amazed audience. So there he is, his hands turning into claws. I guess he never went home. His parents must be wondering what happened to Kurt. Oh man, that time at the circus made him ripped, completely shredded. Look at that. Yep. 9 years and 11 months later, Kurt found himself in that very cage on the night of a full moon. He had been the star once more, but just as the show was over, it didn't mean his transformation was complete. Kurt's snarling form was secured inside his cage long after the last rube had shuffled back to town. When Kurt finally changed back, he found the tent burning around him. He plucked the keys from a nearby corpse, opened his cage, and staggered outside. The circus was in ruins. It looked as if it had been stampled by stampled? I was reading trampled and stampeding and read it as stampled. It was stampled by elephants. The problem with that theory is that the elephants had all been slaughtered as well. Right, we read the newspaper article about the circus burning down and the elephants dying, so that's Kurt's circus. That's what happened then. Kurt made his way to the Romani camp. Only Amelia still clung to life. Seeing that she was not long for this earth, Kurt begged her to release him from the curse. Alas, she was too weak to do so. Instead, she mentioned a stranger, a man with many questions. Questions about Romani curses and the like. Amelia believed this man might have the power to lift the curse. She muttered a small spell to bind Kurt to the man. Kurt would be drawn to him and a possible cure. But she warned Kurt that the knowledge this man possessed was very dangerous. Kurt asked if the man was responsible for the massacre around them. Amelia died before she could reply. Alright, so that's why Kurt does not know the name of the doctor he's looking for. He was never told. Kurt hitchhiked up north until he was drawn to St. John of the Cross. His inquiries about the mysterious man, of which he knew no name, landed him in the psychiatric ward. Only the transformation of the hospital allowed him to escape. He quickly traded his hospital pajamas for the clothes of a dead man he found in a corridor. And his story continues. There's no the end because it's still going on right now. So that's how Kurt ended up here. Whoops, my arm keeps... I don't know why my arm keeps doing that. Lumberjack Man, watch it today. So these are like actual streaming services. I don't know if this is a real thing. I guess it must be, because it says to go to these things to watch it. I don't know what this is, though. It's Lumberjack Man. Well, alright. Comic proof on the printed page about Kurt being a werewolf. Also, it doesn't say who burned down the circus.
Who the hell paints a doorknob?
It's a doorknob in a spider web. Yeah. You can't grab it, though. Dr. Cawthorne. It says over there. Yeah, it didn't say who burned it down. Was it Kurt? Wasn't he in his cage? Dr. Chen. Remains a mystery as to what or who burned down that circus.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Spiders. You never like to see that. Coming out of the doorknob. Well, can't go in a door without a doorknob. Fortunately, we have this painting of a doorknob. That's almost good enough. It's shaking. It's jiggling. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's coming out. We're working it out. I guess we just keep shaking and jiggling until it comes out of the web. There we go. There it is.
That's not something you see every day.
Well, I mean, you could say that about just about everything we've seen tonight. Another look, there's a fireplace in here? Like these paintings? These doctors have really nice offices. We can go over here, but there doesn't seem to be anything we can do here. Not yet. A woman with a parasol. We can't pick up the paintings. A bathtub with a rubber ducky. And
hell.
A newspaper. Girl trapped in devastating fire. And that girl does look like Lucy. The date on this is April the 3rd. So, I mean, we're in October, so this is 6 months. A little over 6 months ago. I mean, the fire's over by now. Mysterious...
Oh, no. Lucy.
Mysterious flying objects observed worldwide. I mean, we can't pay attention to that. Firefighters struggling to reach the highest level of the Piedmont Hotel, engulfed in flames. Firemen are bravely fighting. Building is 34 stories high. Yeah, it just says the firemen are trying to work their way up.
Hang on, kid. I'll figure this out.
Not sure what Wilson wants to figure out here. Wait, high schools will have 2 PTAs? Madness! And the Malvern Community Theater plays attract enthusiasts. Hey, this is a different date. The front page is April. This is May. What is this nonsense? Alright, well, Wilson is alarmed to see Lucy in the front page of that newspaper. Well, we have read comic books featuring the other friends. Who's to say that this newspaper can't be related to Lucy somehow?
Has to be a way to get her out of there.
So I'm not sure what Wilson means by get her out of there. I guess he means the burning building, but... That fire was months ago, Wilson. So Wilson has an idea. My ball was rumbling, and the face is glowing. So we can do that. I'm not sure what that has to do with magnetism, but we can make the huntsman in that painting shoot. And then it hits that lamp. What does that mean?
Wonder if I can do something with these paintings.
Well, obviously we don't want that lamp there. Well, what do we want there? Wilson's making some big stretches of logic. But I guess if you want to put out a fire, you do need water.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I said, I don't really know what Wilson is trying to do here. Why he has this idea that he needs to get Lucy from the fire in the news. Lucy, last we saw Lucy, she seemed fine. Didn't seem like she was having too much of a problem. She certainly didn't seem like she was burning to death. Alright, what happens now? Shot a hole in the bathtub. And that the flowers appreciate that, but we don't wanna water the flowers. Get that out of here. We need the water to get over to the fire. And well, something that could help us is maybe a parasol. Ma'am. Get that in there. You know, for someone who doesn't believe in the supernatural nonsense, Wilson sure seems to be embracing it pretty hard right here.
It worked.
Apparently, she's not there anymore. But what does it mean? Well, we can leave the room. So each of these rooms have their own puzzle regarding one of the friends. That was Lucy's.
What in the hell?
Now, she appears in the painting. 2 out of 4. She's tearing up pages out of a book. One of them has a key. Well, we want that key. So now we know why Kurt was asking about our ball and asking if we thought it could do other things like help cure someone. Wilson didn't know what he was talking about. But, yeah, it's pretty clear at this point why Kurt would want something to help him to get cured. Though he couldn't tell us what at that time. Alright, this is the key to this. To, Dr. Hines' office. What a vaulted ceiling.
A lot of paintings.
Well, actually, there's paintings, but there's also frames that have wood and bricks in them, which don't really count as paintings. My ball is not rumbling. We're just observing these paintings for right now. There's buttons over there, but I can't walk over to them.
God. What's worse, Bela, that you're trapped in this thing or how shitty of a drawing it is?
Oh, I mean, it depends on who, like, if it was a small child, I mean, you can tell who that is. Like, if the likeness is good enough, you can tell who it is. It's alright. That's Bella. And Monster. And they both have hearts above their heads. Other drawings as well of what appears to be a man wearing a large helmet. We haven't seen anything like that, I don't think. An angry face. Someone who fell off a boat and they're very sad about that. Oh, we know who that is. That's the teddy bear. We haven't seen him in a bit. Someone, maybe a child, looks very sad among a bunch of other people. A tree with a tire swing. A girl, maybe, with wings. And that is Dr. Tsitsi, our fly friend. That's definitely him. Well, we got a drawing. We took one drawing with us, the one of Bella. And now the ball is rumbling. No! Alright, so up to this point I haven't actually had to change the mode of this thing. But we can. See, if it has like these 4 small faces, that power is not activated yet. So this one's glowing. This one is the throw. Yeah. Smack these bricks out of the way. And expose the painting within. as we do that, our drawing appears. But what do we want to do with the drawing?
Wrong painting.
So now we might get the idea of the puzzle. It's like a fighting game. Except, I mean, we're the only ones that are doing anything, I guess, instead of the fighters. Bella's lost a heart, because the anchor in that painting fell on his foot, and the monster advances. You know, I feel like that could have gone either way. That anchor could have hurt either Bella or the monster. Really could have been either. This one we use our magnetism power to get the nails out. Alright, so now we're actually using multiple powers at once and having to choose which one we want to use. I mean, it's not hard to figure it out because when we choose the right power, the face will be glowing. But the game's not doing that for us automatically anymore. From outer space, Agent Iron. Now, is Agent Iron going to help the monster or Bella? Well, Agent Iron is using I-beams on a car, and these people are running away. Agent Iron does not exactly seem like a good guy, but give him a chance.
Wrong place.
Oh, Agent Iron. Did he meant to hurt Bella? Well, he meant to hurt that car. Clearly, Agent Iron hates cars. Bella was just collateral damage, I guess. I don't know why Wilson is so eager to get rid of this ball. Look how much more useful this ball is than just a regular old human heart. Alright, now is the Statue of Liberty gonna help Bella? Because Bella only has one heart left. Can we trust Lady Liberty to help out?
Yeah.
Alright. She walked out of the way of the sun, and yeah, we can see a hint on that poster. We can see the sun shining behind her head, so she just walked out of the way, and the sun hurt the monster. Alright, these lights are flickering. We can take care of that. That one up there. Tales of the Profound. So we have a magician surrounded by little demons, making an anvil appear over this blindfolded woman's head. This anvil appears over this blind woman's head. Do you think the anvil will help Bella? There are other paintings to look at. Like this painting of a switch. And that brings down this poster for Galactic Gabriel, the Cobalt Core. Alright, is Galactic Gabriel going to help us? Well, if I'm looking at this, I see that it looks like a moon, and then behind it might be a sun. Also, Galactic Gabriel is wearing like this skin-tight spacesuit. And has like a mohawk. Just noticing that. So if the sun is there...
Cry, you bastard.
Alright, it's tied up. One heart to one heart. We haven't used the anvil painting, but there's also one other painting here. So this kind of seems like a gimme, doesn't it? Because that's sun behind some clouds. It's almost a little too obvious. But maybe obvious is good.
Go to hell, you evil son of a bitch. Now we're getting somewhere.
Alright, Bella wins. With our help, he overcame the monster. So the anvil would not have helped. No, it would not. You probably figured that out, though. You're good at that. You're good at these puzzles. You're smart like that. Bella appears in the painting. Oh, over there. Even though Bella has appeared, Kurt's the one holding something.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Looks like a porthole cover. Not a key. Or is it? Because we did see a door before. Except... Well, the darkness is coming.
The device can bring it.
And my heart's rumbling. Let's use our magnetic powers to arm ourselves. Weapon is broken. We need another. Fortunately, there's plenty of metal weapons in this room. It's a good thing for us. So this is sort of like Living Darkness, except I guess they don't get hurt by the light, because there are lights in this room. Rather, they're getting hurt by metal. Weapons of steel. Oop, dropped it. There we go. Wilson does seem like he's having a time of it, constantly yanking the ball out and putting it back in. It really doesn't sound like it's fun when he does that.
Is that the best you've got?
All right. The darkness taking another shot at Wilson. They did not expect his magnetism. They did not expect it. By the way, did we miss anything anywhere? No, we got that comic over there. No, there's a comic over there. Right, that was... We already saw what was over here. Just making sure that we didn't miss anything optional. Right, there's the painting there. There was no comic over there. Okay, just making sure. Alright, we got this porthole. And we did see a locked door over here that had a big circle on it. Where else would it go? We can see inside, and... this side. There we go. We can see a large key back there. And keys do tend to be made of metal. Well, it turns out it's not very big. It was just a trick of perspective. Perspective will do that to you sometimes. Alright, so this is Dr. Shea's office. I believe this is the final locked office. What secrets does he have in here? Well, he has not a comic book. It's one comic page.
Elsa.
No! Get away from me, you monster! Oh no, she tripped! Stay away from me, you madman! Wilson! Wilson, save me! As she is threatened by, Chief Mendez, apparently. We're gonna take that page with us. That's unusual. Not an entire comic book. Just one page. And in it, she is specifically calling out for Wilson. We can take this. And put it there.
Hang on, Elsa. I'll get you out of there.
On the corkboard. And around the corkboard are photos. We can hang the photos up here. Dr. Strong! But what do we do? Whoops. Where did that go? Here's Dr. Strong. We can hang... So there are sections we can hang the photos. There's 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. No, 2 there. And then the comic page. But what is the reason for wanting to do this? Well, my heart's beating. So, I can activate the first painting. This is similar to that puzzle that we saw before, where I activate a painting on the left. This time it's a photograph. And it does something. So it's ramming to the right, but what do I want it to ram? What about this bar? That was it. Oh, and that the fire is the right one, too. Alright, so it's a submarine, right? Hits bar, sends a ball down the bar, goes into the fireplace. Not fireplace. I'm having trouble with words tonight. Campfire, which is a place for a fire, so technically I'm not wrong. But the fire shoots up, but that does not affect the cannon and the picnic that's happening by the cannon. What about Dr. Strong? It does not affect Dr. Strong. Well, there are places for more photos. So let's keep looking around the room. Speaking of more photos, I seem to be quite far away from it. Well, I seem to be too far away. Okay, there we go. Actually, I had to reach... There was something blocking me in real life from reaching that far. Alright, a man sitting on a dunk tank. In you go. Another photo. Well, there's no handle. It doesn't say anything about how to open it, but we don't have a key for it. We did break some glass open before, and that sounds like we need to rev up the old Wilson Express once again. Choo-choo. I mean, there's got to be a better way. But, I mean, Wilson seems to be able to take it pretty well. A woman on a tightrope.
What the hell do you do?
That's a good question, but I guess we can't find out because it doesn't let us walk up there. There's a ghost guarding that. And he'll come over here. He doesn't want us going up there. A barrel of turpentine. And a bottle. Well, extra dry gin. Nothing in it. It's empty. That means we can use it to fill up with turpentine.
See if this works.
And you know what turpentine does to paint.
I think you need a little touch-up, you creepy bastard.
Alright. And another photo of an elephant on a seesaw. Alright, I believe these are all the photos. So which ones go where? So, oh no, we know the fireplace goes here. We already knew that. We know it does not affect Dr. Strong. Who might it affect? How about the fire goes up and burns the woman? Possibly. That does do it. Fire does not affect Seesaw, however. We do need fire to fire a cannon, however. To light the fuse. Cannon does not affect a seesaw. However, maybe a cannon could shoot this target. Oh, also, one thing that's kind of obvious. We look at this strength meter. Looks kind of similar to this device in the comic page. So if we put that there, that kind of like just goes up. So we can put elephant on seesaw there. And let's see what happens.
That looks better.
We did it. A very logical progression. All the while we're doing this, Wilson is mumbling to himself, werewolves. Who would believe werewolves are real? I deal in reality, in logic. We're very grounded here.
Ghosts, ghouls, demons, whatever the fuck, all the shit I didn't believe in until today. You hear that? I believe in you now. Is that what you want? I played all your stupid games. I freed everyone. Now get us out of here so I can find my goddamn heart. Now we're getting somewhere.
All right. Well, the last things that appeared in the painting were Elsa, and in the bed was Wilson. So it seemed like everyone was surrounding Wilson, who was in the bed. And that's gone now, replaced with a door. It's a very realistic door. You ever see those paintings where they layer on the paints so it's like a three-dimensional effect? Like the painting is coming out of the frame. It's a very effective example of that. Oh, there we go. Opens the other way.
Wishful thinking.
Yep, there's no going back. But we don't want to go back. We want to go forward. Always forward. And what it seems is that we found ourselves in, well, a much less nicer area of the hospital. Going from the surroundings and these carts. Maybe this is laundry. Maybe this is where the laundry's done. This is the basement or something like that. But the doctor's offices were much nicer. But alright, that's probably a good place to take a break. We've done, we've done a couple of things. We went through the cafeteria. We met a potential new friend, but then that friend died. That friend was bitten in the bathroom and died. And we kind of forgot about that because right after that, Dr. Cici came in and he was bitten as well, and then he turned into a flyman and attempted to kill Wilson, and then we had to kill him. We had to give him some of the old 1-2 and a bit of the old frying pan and glass bottle, and then rammed his head into the vending machine. And after all that, it was very easy to forget that someone was killed in the bathroom while we were standing outside the bathroom. We haven't gotten back to that yet. After that, we met Kurt, who revealed to us that he's a werewolf. That's why he's been acting so weird. He doesn't want to go by the windows, doesn't want to get exposed to moonlight. He doesn't want to get too hungry. I don't know, maybe getting hungry might contribute to turning into a werewolf. I'm not sure. He wants to stay away from people because he's dangerous. So we learned that about him. We also got some backstory. We also got backstory in comic book form about Kurt and Bella. We saw Lucy in a newspaper article about being in a burning building. We did not get comic books about Lucy or Elsa, so I guess we don't really know their backstories at this point. And then we solved some puzzles in the doctor's offices, and we're out here. We got a new power of magnetism, and we're continuing on in Wilson's heart as, well, we don't really know where we're going. All we know is that we want to find all the pages and find Wilson's heart, so hopefully Elsa can undo what's been done, and we'll see if we get any closer to that next time.